to Banke Bootcamp.
Here's the Monday recap. This morning I started with some PT for my shoulders with some bands, and then I moved on to an arm circuit, and I bumped up my weight this week to 10 pounds instead of 5. It was definitely a lot more challenging, but I can feel myself getting stronger already, which is pretty cool. Then I ran 1.94 miles today in 25 minutes during a recovery run. The weather was perfect today, it wasn't too hot or too cold, and so I had a really good run. I really enjoyed myself. I recovered with my trees afterwards and did some light stretching to finish it out. For piano today, I did an hour. I started with a hand-in-hand exercise where I played right and left hand separately and together at 170 BPM, which is faster than I've ever been able to do it, so yay me. Then I practiced the scales and the chords of keys C, G, D, and A. I feel like these chords are finally becoming intuitive to me, which means then I can move on to my next set of keys. I can play all the major chords on my right and left hand together and separately at 120 BPM now. I can also play all the minor chords on my right and left hand separately at 95 BPM. I'm working to get that one up to 120 as well, and then from there I can move it faster and faster. I had planned to practice guitar today with my guitarist and buddy Isaiah, but instead we ended up workshopping the bridge of a song that I've been meaning to get to for a while.
Kinda cool. I mean, yeah.
And I feel like it's finally getting to where I want it to be, so it was 100% worth the time today. That's it for Monday. See you tomorrow. Here's the Tuesday recap. This morning I started with the full body yoga-based stretch and strengthen workout, and then I moved on to a run where I ran 1.16 miles during a fartlek over 22 minutes. Okay, today's a fartlek day, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be inherently horrible, and the weather's pretty good again, so yay. After breakfast and a meeting, I went to physical therapy and worked on wrist mobility and strength. When I got home, I worked on a song that I've been struggling to sort the ending out for several hours. I mainly worked on arranging the strings that my buddy Isaiah recorded, and I feel like they're getting to a good place now, which is exciting. Here's a little bit of what I worked on today. I planned to practice my instruments this evening, but I've been feeling a bit sick today, and so I think it's probably best that I rest now so that I can jump back in tomorrow. Although I'm a little disappointed, I actually kind of wanted to practice today. That's a weird feeling. I just want to make an interjection really quick and just say that while I've created this really rigorous schedule for myself, it's also, I found, equally as important to rest hard when you need it so that you can play and work hard later. It allows me to be so much more efficient and get so much more done if I actually take the time to care for myself, and I really encourage you to do the same in your own work and your own art. That's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow. Here's the Wednesday recap. So today was a rest day, so I didn't start with a workout this morning, and instead I took a nice hot shower. I stood outside in the snow in my bathrobe for a little bit. This morning is amazing. It's snowing, and I cannot think of a better way to feel cozy and restful as I start my day. Then I went inside and journaled and sat in silence for a little bit, which was lovely. About midday, I went to a voice lesson, came home, ate lunch, and then got ready to practice my instruments. I practiced piano for a little over an hour today. I worked on scales and the chords of the keys for keys C, G, D, and A again, and this time I switched up the pattern of the chords I was playing, which was definitely a bit more challenging, but I feel that I'm ready to add more keys into the mix in the next couple of days. I also practiced my major and minor chords on both hands separately and together. Normal, different, 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 normal, different, different. And I can almost play my minor chords at 120 BPM just like I can with my major chords. I can hear you laughing right there. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll reach that goal. Then I practiced guitar for an hour. I worked on the strumming patterns for the new song I wrote, worked on some chords and getting them as clean as possible.
Tear down the walls and destroy blackened cities. Would you think that I'm better off dead?
I started relearning Icy Fire by Ed Sheeran, which I never really learned properly, so now I'm taking the time to do that.
Watch the flames burn, all burn on the mountainside.
And I practiced my chord shapes in the key of C, and it felt less awful today. I didn't feel like I was breaking the bones in my hands so much. That's progress. It's getting easier for me to break the bones in my hand. It's still definitely a bit challenging, but I feel it's doable. Finally, I cleaned up the background vocals on the bridge of the song that I was working on Monday.
back, you're nowhere to be seen.
And now I'm ready for a good night's rest. I'm gonna go eat dinner now because I am super hungry. I'll see you tomorrow. Here's the Thursday recap. So I didn't exercise this morning like I had planned because I ripped off my gel pedicure last night and 2 toenails came off with it. So I'll get back to it tomorrow. I went to an hour-long piano lesson today and had a lot of questions answered, which is allowing me to connect a lot more dots musically. I also have a clear idea of what to work on next, which is super exciting. I practiced guitar for an hour today and focused on solidifying playing Icy Fire by Ed Sheeran and the new song that I just wrote called Better Off Dead, with the intention of being able to play them both at an open mic sometime soon. I haven't really performed much with guitar before, so I'm excited to throw that into the mix and give myself another medium for expression. I worked on some content and a bunch of other work stuff I've been meaning to get done. Come here. You're crazy! Welcome Chip because he has the zoomies. He's breathing so hard. I worked on some content and some other work stuff to finish the day out, and now I'm gonna go get ready to play Animal Crossing because there was a new update, and that's what I'm doing tonight. See you tomorrow. You perfect? You give me a good sniff? Oh, thank you! You're so sweet. Here's the Friday recap. I had a bit of a busy morning, so I didn't start on the Banke Bootcamp materials until later in the day. I practiced piano for 45 minutes today. I worked on my hand-in-hand exercise on both hands separately and together, a little bit slower than I've been playing it normally because I wanted to focus specifically on accuracy and strength. I practiced the chords of the keys C, G, D, and A in a randomized pattern, and I also added the key of E in the mix as well today. Lastly, I worked on all my major chords on my left hand, again to help with accuracy and to build strength. I practiced guitar for 45 minutes and worked to solidify the 2 songs that I'm preparing for an open mic next week. Lastly, I did a 45-minute full body strength workout and then I stretched for 10 minutes. I haven't gotten back to running just yet because my toes still hurt, but hopefully I'll be back at it tomorrow. That's all for now. See you tomorrow. Here's the Saturday recap. I practiced piano today for over an hour and a half, working on all the same things I have this past week, but focusing solely on accuracy and good technique. By slowing down, this forced me to recognize and correct my trouble spots, which is important as I continue to increase the speed of my playing. I practiced guitar for 45 minutes today and worked on all the same materials that I had this past week. Now I can play Icy Fire all the way through with no stops, so that's a win.
Calling out, Father, oh, prepare as we will. Watch the flames burn on the mountainside.
Finally, I went for a 1-mile run. It was very cold, but I actually really enjoyed myself. I stretched to cool down, and now I'm done for the day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell notification so you can see every Banke Bootcamp to come. See you next week.